Chapter 3. The Divine Gaze. To see the world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. William Blake. There is a way of seeing that does not come from instinct, memory, or fear. It does not rush, judge, or react. It perceives gently, deeply, and with infinite patience. This way of seeing belongs to the divine gaze, and it is available to you. What is the divine gaze? The divine gaze is not an external vision from the clouds. It is an inner faculty, a way of perceiving reality from the standpoint of spirit, not survival. When we look through this lens, we do not deny the existence of pain or evil, but we see them in context. We do not reduce life to chaos or threat. We perceive it as a vast, intelligent unfolding. This gaze sees beyond appearance to essence, beyond behavior to soul, beyond threat to opportunity. It is not sentimental. It is not naive. It is rooted in something higher than emotion. It is rooted in truth. Vision born of stillness. Unlike the frightened animal, which reacts from noise and agitation, the divine gaze emerges from stillness. This is why mystics retreat to silence, why saints pause before they speak, why sages listen more than they argue. They are not avoiding the world. They are tuning in to a deeper signal. Stillness is not the absence of life. It is the fullness of awareness. It is the space where perception transforms from automatic reaction to conscious reception. The eyes of Christ. In the Gospels, Christ never sees a sinner as only a sinner. He sees the potential within the broken. He sees the beauty under the shame. He sees the lost coin still glimmering in the dirt. His gaze is so pure that it elevates the other simply by being seen. This is not magic. It is spiritual vision, a way of seeing that heals because it comes from love. And you too can train yourself to see this way. When you look at a person through the eyes of fear, you see what you expect: judgment, betrayal, threat. But when you look at the same person through the eyes of compassion, you see wounds, you see need, and you see the possibility of redemption. Your gaze either imprisons or liberates others and yourself. Divine perception as creative power. How you see shapes what you see. This is not just metaphorical. It is spiritual law. When you look at the world as broken, dangerous, or godless, it reflects back your expectation. When you look at the world as filled with hidden light, even the darkness begins to shift. This is the creative power of the divine gaze. It does not simply reflect reality, it transforms it. When you practice seeing with love, the world softens. When you see through trust, doors open. When you see with gratitude, the ordinary becomes holy. The first step. To begin seeing through the eyes of God, you must first become aware that you are not doing so. This takes humility. It takes honesty. You may realize how often you judge, tighten, brace, or prepare for disappointment. This is the old gaze, the animal lens. But even in that moment, if you remember, there is another way of seeing, then you've already begun. The divine gaze is not something you must earn. It is something you must return to. It has always been within you.